everyone. Thank you for coming to the fairgrounds this morning. I don't know how many of you have had the pleasure to be here at this time of the morning, but it's pretty spectacular. So thank you so much to the leadership of the fairgrounds for allowing us to do this. I felt like it was a pretty outrageous request, and prefaced it with Andy that I didn't want to make his life even more crazy today, but they were so open, and we're so thankful. So thank you again for letting us be here. I wanted to thank Dan Budd and his crew. Is that Dan approaching now? So not only are they have their fabulous booth here, and I think a couple other spots maybe, but he made all this food for us, and he also was open to the idea of us inundating him on a fair morning. So thank you, Dan. Again, thanks everybody for being here. We have a lot going on in September. I'm really proud of the workshops that we've lined up. There's a few things on the table, and of course you'll hear about them ad nauseum from me, but we have a really great seminar with Frank DeRaffoli. I don't know if you were able to be at the breakfast that we did with him at Taconic Retreat, but he's the head of BNI in the Hudson Valley. He does a lot of networking. He's a national speaker. He's going to do an afternoon seminar with us on networking to be followed by our business after hours out at Linwood, so you can practice what you've learned in the seminar. And then Vicki is our sponsor for that, so thank you. And then on Wednesday, September 19th, I'm hoping at the library, we're going to have a talk about crowdfunding. That's going to become legal in 2013. And one of our members, Zach Cassidy Dorian, who's the new proprietor of the Pure Mountain Olive Oil, helped write that legislation and get it passed last year. So we're going to have a seminar about that because it really can affect small businesses. And then on Tuesday, September 25th at the Chamber office, we're going to have a new member luncheon. Or if you're a veteran member and want to just come refresh yourselves about all the benefits of being a Chamber member and how to navigate the website, we're going to do that. And then our September business breakfast is going to be at Northern Dutchess Hospital, which is always a really popular breakfast. We are gaining momentum. I'm really working on the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. We're getting a really nice response. Thank you to Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union and John Ullman and Associates for being premier partners and sponsors for this. It really does take a village. It's a really exciting program. So reaching out to everybody individually. If I haven't gotten to you yet, you're going to get a call. But it's a really nice thing to be able to do with our kids. And it's important that they see successful business people in the community, people they can look up to, and people that are real and accessible. So it's a really important program. And that's about it for me. So at this time, I'd like to ask Vicki Hack to come up.
Good morning, and thank you for being here. I really have to thank Colleen for putting this together and the staff of the fairgrounds. I'm thrilled that we're all here before so we can get a little bit of an idea as to what the fair's like before everybody shows up. So thank you, Colleen. Thanks. I would like to introduce Dan Budd, owner of Taste Buds. He'd like to speak for a minute or two.
Thank you. Actually, I'm not too good about going behind the podium, but I have to be in the camera. All right. Welcome to the Architect's Breakfast. No, thanks very much for the opportunity to make breakfast here at the fairgrounds today for the Chamber. I'm a Chamber member. I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my business. I'm actually raised in Vermont, but came to the Hudson Valley for the first time in the 80s to attend the Culinary Institute of America. And I loved the Valley at that time, but I went off to New York City and France to train to be a pastry chef, and met a pretty girl in Brooklyn and didn't want to raise a family there, so I decided to get partway home to Vermont, back to the Valley that I fell in love with when I was in school. My wife is a teacher at Red Hook High School, and we settled in Red Hook in 1996. I was an instructor in baking and pastry arts at the Culinary Institute for 6 years when I first came here. But I saw all these wonderful festivals going on in the Hudson Valley and had this idea to take some of my creations out of restaurants and to the concession business. And actually it was Tom Odak, who I visited about 13 years ago, who asked me if I would like to try my hand at making some desserts at the fairgrounds. So I've been in the concession business for 13 years, and everybody would say, "Where's your place?" And I said, "Well, next week it's over at Montgomery Place, and the week after that I'll be in Connecticut." And I worked New Jersey, Connecticut, and all around, even while I was instructing at the culinary. And I knew we needed a home, so 7 years ago I bought the building at 40 West Market Street in Red Hook and started Taste Buds Cafe. So if you haven't been there, we hope you stop by sometime. We're a community coffee house and pastry house. We employ 20 people year-round at the cafe, and about 45 people this week because of our business at the fairgrounds. We have manager and pastry chefs and sous chefs and people who do all kinds of different things for us. Our business is involved in cafe operations and concessions, but also we're the proud gift basket makers for Rapport Myers and other businesses around the Hudson Valley. We ship our cookie bar baskets nationwide, so it's another thing we do. Just back to the cafe, we're in really big support of our community. A couple of things that we do as a coffee house that's important to our culture is supporting the arts. So we have art shows every month, and we have music, live music 3 times a week. Any aspiring musicians come to Tasty Tunes on Thursday night and get on the open mic and play. It's a really fun thing. And other than that, our big project this week is we make the Dutchess County Fair Cream Puff, so thank you. We start about 5 days before the fair gets going and baking puff shells to try to be ahead and ready to go for the fair. And yesterday was a wonderful first day for us, and I ran in a little late because we have a booth here at the food mall, but we also have a bakery trailer down the first aid, so I was trying to get my people going with the coffee for all the people that are working on the grounds this morning. So once again, thank you, and before you leave, grab a bagel or a muffin or something before you walk around. Questions?
Could you tell us about the movie that we staged?
Oh, okay, yes. During the summer, after the spring events at the fairgrounds, I take my bakery and I go off and do these festivals, Gray Fox and Falcon Ridge festivals, or fun music festivals. And just before that, a woman that is a site researcher for films called me and said that the German film company would love to lease your cafe for a week to make a movie. And I said, well, I'm just about to head out of town, so sure. So it worked out nicely that we worked it out with them, and they rented the cafe for a full week to make a movie. That our site worked out perfect for them because the movie was based on a woman who was, I think, a doctor's wife in New York City who wanted to have a cafe like ours and become a great baker. And I guess she was a terrible baker. But then she found someone else who was a good baker, and then there was some sort of love triangle. In any case, the movie's in German, and so it was all in German. From what I understand, they have been in the Hudson Valley for about 5 years or more, using different sites all around. They have a good reputation. I hope in the future they might come to your business. They were, I couldn't say more about how excellent they were to work with. They teamed people up for me to answer any questions I had the whole time. They paid their lease, but they also broke a few things, and they repaired them. They put up walls in the cafe and for different movie shots and took them down, and there's no sign of anything ever changing. And they even hired a couple of my staff that, you know, were college kids that I wanted to keep working for the summer, so whoever didn't take with me on the road got to stay there and work with them. So it was a wonderful experience for us, but I hope to not do it again. It's kind of a sweat too. Reopening a cafe that serves 250 to 600 customers a day, from, you know, reopening after being on a roll for 7 years was a very hard thing for us. You know, all your food's gone and you just have to like start all over and prep up. So that was stressful, but thanks for asking.
Well, this is going to sound corny, but you know, I'm often corny, but it's stories like that that make me very proud to live in the Northern Dutchess area and be part of the Chamber. So thank you for sharing that with us. I'd also like to thank Fred for the volunteering that he's doing in filming this, this event for us. So thank you. And again, we've heard it from Colleen, we've heard it as we were introducing ourselves. The fairgrounds and the Ag Society are a really important part of not only Dutchess County, but specifically the Northern Dutchess area. As a business owner, president of the Chamber, I think I can speak for many, many people who are happy to be here today, but also with all of the great events and charitable interests, let's say, that the fair and the Ag Society brings to our community. So with that, I would like to introduce the president of the Dutchess Agricultural Society, Dick Weckesser.
Thank you. I want you all to be welcome here, and after work tonight, come on back and enjoy the fair. I mean, we started out yesterday with a terrific day, and from what the Weather Channel looks like, it's going to be that way right on through. We're keeping our fingers crossed. But I just want to thank the Chamber and all of the business community for supporting us. I mean, we really appreciate that. I mean, when you guys speak up, and it makes us feel wanted here. And I got to thank Colleen for a terrific article that she wrote last week in the Journal. I mean, it was a beautiful article for us, and I want to thank you. And I mean, we partner with a lot of business folks, and we've got sponsorships, but I just like to thank the Rhinebeck Bank and all the business communities. We've got the Distinctly Dutchess tent and the Best of the Hudson Valley. And I just want to thank the bank for partnering with us to put that on. Now, I do want to say we've got the Ideal Country Holiday today, that we've got 1,100 kids coming, and this whole thing is supported by Corky is one who has Great American Midways, and all of the local merchants. Everybody donates to bring these kids in here, and we've got them coming at what time, Deb? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, and they're here. They're here till I think 2 or 3 o'clock, but it's a scene. Now we also have a food drive, and we've got 2 locations where we've got apple carts from Hardeman Orchards. We're supporting 5 local food pantries, and what they'll do each day when that food gets filled up in these apple crates, they'll move that out, bring another one in, and then the food pantries are all designated for each day to come in and take their food back to their pantries. But once again, I just want to thank you all for supporting us, and it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. It's really a great thing to be here, and the businesses do support the Ideal Country Holiday. It's nonprofit Children's Home of Poughkeepsie, Astor, just lots of nonprofit children's homes, and the fairgrounds opens themselves up for them to come in. They get food coupons, Corky, they get free rides, so it's really an incredible day, and the business community supports that. So thank you all for supporting that as well. So with that, that's really just about it. Get out your tickets with the 50-50 girls. So the door prize tickets are the red tickets. We have 2 of them. Thank you very much to Michael Babcock, who's a wonderful supporter of the Chamber. We have 2 tickets to the Wine and Food Festival, September 8th and 9th. The Chamber has a booth there. Lots of the local vendors have booths, so it's a great, great event. So mark your calendars to attend that. So this is the 50/50.
This is 50/50.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. So the first ticket's 623-550. Jude.
The minister gets a drink, holy water.
There you go.
Thank you.
And then thank you to Don Fleming. We have admission for 4 to the aerodrome. So 623-539. 539. Oh, honey. There you are. Thank you. Okay, and then the 50/50.
Can you pull one more ticket?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dan's going to give you a mug of empty sugar wrappers. 623-543. 543. Yay, Jesse. Okay, and then the 50/50 drawing. How much is it? Anybody count it? Oh, I forgot to count it. All right, so it'll be a mystery when you get your 50/50.
I forgot to count it.
But for those of you who don't know, the 50/50 goes to the scholarship fund that the Chamber sponsors a high school student who's going into a business-related field. So that number is 616-834. So it's a blue ticket if you bought a 50/50. Barbara? All right. We'll settle up with you before you leave. Sorry about that. So thank you all again. Come back often, buy lots of food. How many were here yesterday and had a milkshake yet? Milkshakes? Yep.
In line now.
They're fantastic. Thank you all again. Have a great day.